Hey everyone, it's Joe, the 50-something Dasher, and you're watching another installment of my DoorDash daily recap video. Every offer, every delivery, every adventure. Let's break it all down right now. Okay everyone, this is the daily recap for Thursday, May 23rd, and kind of a jacked up day today. It was actually two separate dashes technically for today, and I'll get into all that, but plans changed on the first one. I got called into my W-2, so I wasn't planning on doing a recap today. Those orders would have just gone on to the next recap video. Then I leave the W-2 and go back to dashing, and it's just, and I'll get into all this mess from today, but start time this morning for DoorDash was 5:43 in the morning. Was here at the computer paying some bills, doing some different things on the computer when I got my first order at 6:08, and I guess I wasn't as ready as I thought I was to dash because I get the first order and then I grab this and oh wait, I got to grab that too and this and then my arms full of stuff going out to the car. I don't know. I just for whatever reason wasn't fully prepared this morning. It's just today's just a bad day overall, really. But this is the order, 1525, 13 miles, that out of zone delivery, but not too far out of zone, only 5 items. So went ahead and took this. And just a little bit of concern on this. There was two items from the makeup department, so I made sure to when I got to Meyer, I put my glasses on because a lot of those barcodes and the numbers back there can be like really tiny. So put my glasses on, no problems finding any of this stuff. And what was the shopping time? I can't remember. Less than 6 minutes, and that's with getting stuff on both sides of the store. It didn't even take me 6 minutes, even still. So, and then it was off to the customer. Pay screen here, folks. There it is. 0 tip. Wasn't expecting that with a $15 plus order. I wasn't expecting a 0 tip, but there you go. So maybe this order started out at a lower amount and DoorDash kept adding to it. Might have got passed around 3 or 4 drivers, who knows. But yeah, when I pulled up, it was kind of a dirty, grungy house and neighborhood, and I kind of figured that before I even closed out the order, I kind of figured this is probably going to be like a really low tip. I just had that feeling. And I kept smelling, I don't know what the deal was today, but in different parts of, this is like off topic, I kept smelling pesticides all day today at this customer's house. Even a little bit here at my complex and just all different places that I've been to today. I've smelled like pesticides or weed killers. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Maybe it's just me or I don't know. And then I think this was right away. This as soon as I close that out, I get a $5.50 McDonald's, 6 miles, but I gotta go back this way anyway. So this long drive you see here to get to the McDonald's, I was gonna have to do that anyway. So this wasn't a bad offer at all. And pretty standard pickup and delivery on that. Delivered it 17 minutes later. There's my $5.50. I parked near Jolly Pirate, the shopping center, was on the phone with my wife, thought I'd get out of the car, go for a little walk around the shopping center waiting for an order, but I only took about maybe 10 or 15 steps when the W-2 called and wanted to know if I could come in. So I was like, yeah, that's okay. I'll go ahead and come in. Which turned out to be a mistake, and I'll get to that. So I log off. And so here's the first dash. It's just an hour and 31 minutes, active for 53 minutes. Just the 2 deliveries for $20.75. Drove 24 miles. Both of those orders in my last 100 offers, both of those replaced declines. So I went from 58% to 60% acceptance on just those 2 orders. So I come home, I change from one uniform into another, so to speak, go to the W-2, and I'm only at the W-2 for about a half hour. So there was an exchange with a coworker that I cannot stand, and I decided to leave. And I got with the manager. I said, don't call me again if this associate is working here, don't call me again to ever come in here if they're working. I'm too old at this point in my life. I don't need the aggravation. I was door dashing and doing fine, 2 orders, $20 in an hour and a half. I was on my way. I was probably gonna have a good dash, and I was minding my own business, and then get called in to go to a situation where there ended up being like aggravation involved. And it kind of made me think of these people that on YouTube that comment on the videos of content creators, DoorDash drivers, where they're always like telling the gig tubers what they should and shouldn't be doing. And man, I know I should be expecting it. That's as a gig tuber, that's the way it is. Unfortunately, you got these people trying to like tell you what to do, and that's the name of the game, and you got to go along with it. But I can still react to that and say something about it if I want to. These people that come on here, oh, you shouldn't be taking this order, and you shouldn't be taking that order, and the wear and tear on your car, and this, and why do you do this like this and not like that? And a couple things here. Number one, whoever you're directing your comments to, you are not that person. So that's number one. You are not that person. And number two, everybody's different, and everybody can choose to delivery drive if they want to. They can choose not to delivery drive if they want to. And while they're doing it, they can do the job however the freak they want to do it. On this channel, I don't get on here and I don't try to tell my viewers what to do with their dashing. Basically, what I'm doing here, and I've said this before, I just present what I do on a daily basis with DoorDash and how I do things, and maybe give a little bit of strategies and ideas, things to think about and everything from my experience. But I'm just kind of like putting that on the table for like whatever it's worth. I mean, if somebody watches my content and can benefit from that in some way, great. But I'm by no means, shape or form trying to tell somebody else how they should be doing their job and managing their lives. So, and another thing I'll say about all this is, subject to the video, the title of the video, if you gave me a choice here of, let's say you gave me a choice of, I could have my typical $100 day with DoorDash where I drove 200 miles to get the $100, and you had Donald Trump's personal accountant crunch the numbers and tell me, okay, Joe, out of this $100, when you take out your gas and expenses, basically you're going to pocket $20 out of this 100. Okay, so I have a choice of doing that, or I have a choice of going to my W-2 and making, let's just say, $300. Make $300 at the W-2, but I've got the aggravation to go along with it at that job. Sign me up for the $20. I'll take $20 any day with no aggravation over the 300 with all kinds of aggravation. That's just me personally, and it is what it is. But there's really nothing I can do about it. I'm trapped at the W-2. I'm not going to go on a hour-long rant about this, but I'm trapped at the W-2. It's not like I can quit the W-2 and do dashing full time. I've already done a video on that. I'll link it down in the description of this video. So if you haven't seen it, you can check that video out. But I cannot do DoorDash on a full-time 7-day a week, 8 to 16-hour a day basis and rely on DoorDash, basically, is what I'm trying to say, because of this right here, because of zero job security. If I thought that there was, let's just say, only as far as if I could do DoorDash full time for my only source of income, and I had a 50% comfort level that I could DoorDash exclusively for the next 10 years, and that be my only income, and a 50-50 feeling as far as job security, that I would be able to do that long term and not get deactivated. If I had that kind of sense of security, 50-50, I think about doing it. But when my sense of security is this, I can't do it. There's just no way. So anyway, like I said, I wasn't at the W-2 very long. I was just there a half hour. I left. I came back home. I switched uniforms for the second time. I actually left my athletic shorts on. All I did was change shirts and put on the hat. I didn't change my shorts or shoes. And went and then logged back in for the second dash. This was at 9:26 this morning. Got an offer pretty much right away. Pretty decent offer. $19.98, less than 10 miles. 8 items from Pet Supplies Plus and 12 items from Aldi's. So those two places are so close to each other. That's why you only see one shopping cart pin there. So this didn't look too bad. I went ahead and took this. I went to Pets Supplies first. Had to ask about this cat litter. I wasn't sure I couldn't really tell from the picture. And I think you'll see the picture on the next screenshot, but I couldn't tell if this was like a litter box with the litter or what kind of a kit this was. And it says 10 pounds. So I thought I was just picking up something that was 10 pounds here. So I had to ask about it. And she points me to it. Here's my shopping time, 4.5 minutes. But you see it there on the bottom. This is actually a 42-pound package, not 10. So it must be like 4 10-pound packages of kitty litter, I guess. I don't know. The staff worker lady, she even said it was kind of weird. But when she seen the picture, she knew what I was needing to get. And then there was just the 3 different kinds of cat food. So 4.5 minutes, I was out of there. off to Aldi's. And what did I say on that? It was, where was that original screenshot? 12 items. So here's the Aldi's list. Just, regular grocery stuff. And folks, check out this next screenshot. Are you kidding me with this right here? If this isn't a snapshot of skill and mastery, I don't know what is. Are you telling me that I got 12 items in an Aldi's shopping order, for goodness sakes, in 4 minutes and 59 seconds? That should not be done. Even the most skilled Aldi shopping, the most skilled Aldi shoppers in the entire country or in the entire world shouldn't be able to shop an order like this in less than 5 minutes. Is discombobulated as an Aldi store is, with stuff all over the place and everywhere and things positioned where they shouldn't make sense, and I shop this in less than 5 minutes? Or maybe it's not skill. Maybe it was just a complete total fluke and it was luck. I don't know. You guys call it. I think it was skill and mastery, but what do I know here? So I go to deliver this, $11.75 from DoorDash, $3 tip on the Aldi's, and $5.23 on the pet supplies for $19.98. And this took 54 minutes to make the $20, so I'm good with that. Next, I come back to Zone, and this irritated me. I go to get gas, and I don't know how this keeps happening to me. Now I see it here, 2 seconds left on this offer screen, but I was not able to accept this offer in time. I would have absolutely taken this. Another $20 Meijer order, and only 9 items to shop. And it's delivering out of Zone again, but not too far out of Zone. So I was going to take this, but I quickly snapped this screenshot, went to hit accept, and it went off my screen. And I don't get it, because I leave my phone. I guess I gotta stop leaving my phone in my car when I pump gas. I guess now, if I go to pump gas, I gotta take the phone out of the holder and I gotta sit there and hold it. Now, I guess, when I'm pumping gas. It's irritating. But you're supposed to have 30 to, in some cases, 70 seconds to accept an order, right? Well, it's not like I get out of the car and do the whole entire gas pumping procedure before checking my phone again. No, before I get out of my car, I have my payment cards ready. Okay? Get out of my car, swipe the cards, check my phone. No offer. Okay? Take the nozzle out and put it in my gas tank, start pumping the gas. Look at my phone. No offer. Okay? Gas is done pumping, put it back, look at my phone, no off. I feel like I'm only going 15, 20 seconds between tasks. That's what it feels like to me, but apparently not. It's like some kind of Twilight Zone crap where I think it's only taking 10 seconds to swipe cards in a card reader before looking at my phone, but really that 10 seconds just took 3 hours to do. I guess, and I missed an offer. Just stuff like this anymore just irritates me. Just irritates me to no end. So I missed that, and there goes my acceptance, for an order that I absolutely would have taken. And then I'm driving away from the Speedway, and instead I get, screw you. You didn't want to take a good offer, so we're going to screw you even more with a worse offer. 725, 7.5 miles, 20 items from Aldi's. So for this to be profitable for me, I probably would have had to get to the Aldi's and shop 20 items in like 3 minutes. And I'm not pressing my luck here because the previous order could have been a fluke. So it's probably not going to be profitable to take this. I'd have to do this start to finish in 20 minutes, and that's probably not happening. So that was a decline. Then I get, what was this, 10 minutes later, I get a 627 4-mile Taco Bell coming home. So I went ahead and took this, and at this point, I'm tired. I'm still mad from earlier. And I was just thinking, that maybe this wasn't the best idea to be out on a second dash like this. After I lost my cool at work, I probably should have just came home and chilled out and not even bothered with this second dash. So let me just do this, and it's going home, and then I'll just, end things there. But I got, and this was before I got to the Taco Bell. I think I was pulling into Taco Bell, actually, the parking lot. And they stack a Subway for only an additional 1.5 miles for $5. So yeah, why not? Subway's just right across the street. That's fine. So I pick up the Taco Bell, then go to the Subway was already ready. Pick that up. Then I delivered the Subway next. Is just to leave at the door. Come back home, deliver the Taco Bell, $3.75 from DoorDash, $2.52 tip for the 627. Kind of a odd amount there. Then I get, right as I'm dropping that off, I really didn't even get a chance to pause or end the dash. This offer comes up. 1725, 15 miles, Meyer, 8 items. Going to South Columbus. I'll do it. I'll be a trooper and I'll do this. It's only 8 items. And this is where my frustration for the day really, just keeps building, like on this order. So here's the list. I kind of cringed on that first item at the top, the catfish fillets. Any kind of specialty type meats or fish from the from the meat counter or seafood counter. I kind of cringe. I've had issues with that kind of stuff. The rest of this looks pretty straightforward. I have brownies, fish fry mix, some juices, and then the rest of it's straightforward. Okay, so next screenshot. So, and okay, so on the previous screenshot, you see I'm confused right off the bat with the catfish fillets. It says, okay, so quantity of 1. And in it says catfish fillets in parentheses 24 ounce times 12 count. So I'm just assuming what I'm going to be in the picture, and you'll see the picture in just a second. The picture looks like multiple fillets in the picture. I'm assuming a 12 pack of fillets, but then the price is only like $6.99 or $7.99. That'll be on the next screenshot. But anyway, so I'm confused. I show the guy behind the counter wasn't busy, the worker. So I showed my phone to him. And he's like, yeah, I really don't know what this means. I mean, and I told him I seen just the single catfish fillets. And he said, yeah, I mean, if you saw those already, that's all we have. And that's all we carry is just the single fillets. I don't even, the worker there didn't even know like what that was supposed to be. So you see here, I messaged the customer. I said, on the, and this was only like the first or second item. I think it was the second item I shopped. There was some chicken breasts. So I sent this message on the catfish. Is it just one fillet I'm getting? Or I said, they don't sell 12 counts. And then I go off to shop the other stuff. I figured it might be a couple minutes. You see here it was 2 minutes before they got back to me. I went ahead and started shopping the rest of the order. I got to come back that way anyway, on the way to check out. So I get the rest of the order and I see the message here. It says no, 2 fillets. Okay. So here's the next screenshot. So the price point here is $9.99 is what's approved in the now I didn't think showing the prices on here was a very big deal at first or what, but now I can see this is going to be beneficial for me on orders like this. So I can pretty much tell from this, whatever I'm buying here, it's a quantity of 1, it should be about $10. Okay, well, all they have is the single fillets that are like, I think they were like $6.99. So, okay, so I buy 2 of them, that's $14. I'm going over on the price here. And I've ran into this situation before, where the red card gets declined and you're screwed. So I go to scan 1 fillet and go to change the quantity to 2, but the app is not letting me change the quantity. So we'll go back to the previous messages here. I messaged a customer. I said, you'll have to change the quantity. It's not letting me. So she needs and I should have put you'll have to change the quantity to 2. And then I waited and waited. And you see here, I didn't take this screenshot. You see it on the screenshot. I waited 5 minutes. You're only supposed to wait 3 minutes, but I waited 5 minutes. No response. I wasn't going to call this customer because they were already responsive in the chat messages. I already knew they were seeing my messages and already responded to one. So they're going to need to respond to this message as well. I'm not calling them. And like I said, no response. So I ended up just dropping this order. And I had to, I tried to drop it under a reason, like where I selected that I have an issue. And it was going to penalize me. So I had to go back and I had to choose wait time. Even though this is not a restaurant, I still had to drop it using the wait time reason for this to be penalty free. But even when I do that and kind of like cheat, if you want to call it that, even with doing that, there's like a box or something. I didn't screenshot it, but in one of the boxes, like it asks you about how much longer is this going to take. I select, I don't know. And then the second question, I select I don't know or other reason or whatever on that. And there's a box to type in your answer. So that's where I type in what actually is the problem with this order. That way it's, I typed it into that box and so DoorDash knows this is the reason I dropped it. I typed in there a sentence like, no reply on customer as far as, changing the quantity of a requested item or however I worded it. And then I just dropped the order and it was penalty free. And then this second screenshot that I took with the picture of the fish, I took that to show that at this, okay, so the previous screenshot was 11:46. At the same time, 11:46, this screenshot shows that the quantity is still at 1. It wasn't changed. And like I said, I just I wasn't in the mood to mess with this, and I dropped the order and then logged off. And I actually, all this stuff that I shop for, I wasn't in a really that big of a hurry to get out of the store or anything like that. I put everything back. I usually don't do this. I'm kind of bad about just leaving a cart sit somewhere, but I put every one of those items back where I originally got them, and I put the cart back in the cart return. So logged off the dash at 11:48. So I logged off first and then went through the store, put everything back. This second dash was 2 hours and 22 minutes. I was active an hour and 17. 4 deliveries completed for $31.25. I drove 32 miles. Whatever. Started this dash at course 60%, and with those 2 declines, I dropped down to 59. Now with 3,110 lifetime deliveries. And the last thing in my notes here is that I had the 2 Dollar General drops that if you watch the recap for May 2nd, and maybe I'll throw a link for that in the description too. But so those 2 drops fell off I think yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, and now I'm back up to 100% completion. Okay, now I'm gonna edit this video, post it, and probably lay down and take a nap. It's been a stressful day. Thanks for watching, and as always, be safe out there driving. We'll catch you next time. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Check out my other videos. A lot of good stuff, a lot of information for all things DoorDash. And we will see you at the next video. Thanks again for watching.